You know what also is irritating?
Men.
Yes, but also after parties. Sometimes.
That's a topic I can get on.
Yeah, and we're about to get into it.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Gay Agenda. And today we are going to be talking about after parties. He has a lot of opinions.
That was early. Okay.
We're going to talk about after parties today. We're going to talk about many a thing with it. But for those who are returning to the podcast, thank you so much for joining again for the newest episode. I'm pretty sure this is episode 17.
Yeah.
It's all good because we're going to make it through it, and we're going to talk about our opinions on after parties, an example of one of our faves or least faves, as well as, honestly, just do's and don'ts for after parties, whether you are a host or whether you're attending. So I am so excited to talk about this one because I felt like we have some differing opinions. It can be agreeable at some point.
That saying opposites attract.
Yeah,
like
very
much with James and I with how we feel about this.
Oh, very much, yeah. But for those who are new, thank you for tuning in. I am James.
I'm Kyle.
And for those who are returning listeners, thank you so much for joining us again. We love you guys. And we can't wait to share today's gay agenda topic. So for those who don't know, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JAIME_music_. You can also follow me and listen to my music and watch my music videos at or on SoundCloud and YouTube at official JAIME Music. And Kyle, what's your socials?
Mine is my first and last name, KYLEBROYLES, Kyle Broyles on Instagram. It's the only one I have.
Yeah, the only one he has right now.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I have Snapchat, but please, that's kind of weird if you had me. I'd be like, who the fuck is
It'd just be like a random ad where you're like, oh.
It's like a 45 note. If you've got money,
I've had many of those where I'm like, I don't even know who the hell this is.
Yeah.
And then it makes me not want to add because I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I feel like Snapchat is more of a personal,
That's social. That's kind of like giving your phone number out.
A little, yeah.
Mine is, no, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Like, here's my phone number, by the way. No. But yeah, so today we will be talking about after parties. I literally feel like I needed to be in the attire. I literally tie-dyed this myself. Not even tie-dyed, but full-on dyed it myself. It was a white tank top. I did kind of fuck up the tank top, so I was like, let me do something with it. So I just dyed it the brat green, and it looks beautiful. It turned out great, and it looks good on my suit.
You look amazing.
I love it. I'm so happy with it. But yeah, so we're gonna jump into today's topic. But for those who are not aware of what an after party is, it is literally...
It's the event after a function.
Yeah, mainly after the club.
That can be after the club, that could be after a festival, that could be after a concert.
Very true, actually. Very true.
I would say mainly after the club, though.
Yeah.
I would be
Because I feel like, when we think of an after party, we think of where are we going to go after, the club is closed?
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do?
The party's over.
Yeah, people still want to get lit, people still want to have fun, people still want to, mingle.
Yeah.
So we think of an after party. But it is very true that, and I kind of forgot about that, festivals and concerts do have their own after parties. Kind of like when the Renaissance tour came to Tampa, and they had... So the nights did...
On a Wednesday.
Yeah. That was a lot.
That was the worst day to go to.
Yeah, but it was extremely packed, and it was
Saturday.
It really did, and I was like, damn, okay.
Y'all got jobs?
Yeah, y'all just want to get lit.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay,
which I understand.
I'm here for it. Y'all want to have a good time.
That was probably one of
the best
greatest nights we've had.
I agree. That shit was amazing. But yeah, after parties can be super fucking fun. It just depends on where it is and what's happening, what time of the night that's happening. I would say because literally I think this is where me and Kyle because I typically like the after parties that are going to another function or event that is going to be lit. If it's not, then I don't find it necessary to even have one.
Go.
Yeah. Or it's just what the heck are we gonna do? Just talk.
What, 3 people are gonna be there?
Right. With no type of booze. Yeah, we're just gonna chit chat and look at each other I would rather we're doing something fun. Maybe we're gonna go into someone's pool and also have some White Claws or Trulies or some shots, something.
Yeah, I know.
But no, I don't know about that part. So, some after parties are fucking
get wild.
Yeah, but some are pretty docile. Some are also a little boring. you know.
That's when you leave and you go get some food.
Yeah, and you call it a fucking night.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I would say that God is trying to show you.
Yeah, that's the after party. Is going to get food later.
At a Denny's or like a fucking Waffle House.
Oh my God,
That's where it's
I'm an IHOP girl though.
I love IHOP.
Yeah, I love IHOP. Especially being
I'm a Denny's drunk as shit. I'm
like,
a Denny's girl. Denny's is where it's at for me. I love Denny's. Like,
I grew up on Denny's, but I like IHOP just because like they have burgers that are like pretty
They have
good.
pancakes.
Yeah, they have it all, honestly.
International House of Pancakes.
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Fucking like defibrillators.
Yeah, but I definitely think like I've had quite a few experiences where the after party's been fun, but there were like no liquor, and it's like,
why are we here?
Why are we even fucking here?
I'm not trying to get a hangover here.
Right, like I don't want to sit around and get bored, and now I'm like sober, and I'm like, wow, that was a waste of my night.
You could like feel the hangover like coming on.
Right,
like,
I could have gone home and DoorDashed some fucking food and still felt like good and warm and like, haha, that's just so funny. Yeah, because sometimes when I'm getting fucked up, one of my favorite things is like when I know it's time to go home and I'm still lit, is like throwing on a fucking American Dad or Family Guy episode and just fucking laughing, and that shit is like 10 times funnier. So it's like
10 times better.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch, and then the food tastes 10 times better. Yeah. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, I don't want to just.
You're in the comfort of your own home with like whoever you room with or something like that. Your significant other, whoever is there with you.
Yeah.
No expectations of an after party.
No,
you're just
none.
Lit. Enjoying some fucking Wawa quesadillas or burgers.
Eating the fuck out. Like,
taking out.
Yeah. And that's my shit, though.
Putting on some American fucking Dad.
Yeah.
Or some fucking Family Guy.
Yeah.
Simpsons. Like, whatever makes you fucking cackle.
Yeah. Sometimes when it comes to, like... Okay. Certain after parties can be very fun, but you have to be careful on, like... who it is that you're going to be surrounding yourself with. Because there have been times where... I was told we're gonna go to blah blah blah's place, and I'm like, okay, cool, like I know this person, like let's go do that, right? We get there, and they're like, oh yeah, they're not having it anymore. I'm like, why the fuck did we just drive over here? Like, why did I just waste my time?
Ugly.
Like, I could have bought the fucking
Uber
to go to the house.
The gas.
Yeah, like girl, no, like I could have easily just figured out something different to do and gone home. But at the end of the day, I try not to rock the boat too much on where we're going. It's as long as someone is doing something, people want to go. So I'm like, let's just do it. But there have been times where we've gotten there. Like, I remember we went one time. It was actually when me, you, Gabby, a bunch of our friends, like, all piled into, like, 2 cars. And we went to downtown Tampa.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm not kidding. We got there, and maybe it was fun for, like, 20, 30 minutes. And then people just started, like, peeling off. And it's, like, because people don't want to fucking waste their time sitting around. I would just expect, like, if we're going to someone's home, like, they at least have maybe a bottle. Like, maybe. But, you know, I try not to complain too much about those, because I still want to be invited back. Right. But, like, you know, it's just like, oh, shit. Like, that was something.
Let me know when you have another one. Like,
yeah, let me know. But it's like, just don't be inviting people over if you don't have anything ready to go. Like, this just doesn't make sense. It's like, you just want people to, like, gather in, like, a hallway or something. Like, not for me.
I don't get it. Not for me.
Not for me.
This is where polar opposites come into play for mine. I am not a person to enjoy the company of an after party. I am very much, we left the club or the event, let's go home. I would love to go home, put on my fucking pajamas, and let me just lay on my bed and eat some food that I heated up that I got before or got, you know, afterwards, DoorDash, because, you know, no drinking and driving, obviously. Right. But, like, very rare will I go to an after party. It's very far and few in between that I say yes to an after party. I am not an after party girly. I am very much true. I am very much, I know when to call it a night girly. I think after the club, I'm like, bro.
It's very demure.
That is very demure.
Very brat,
You're very brat for
I just keep going.
Yeah. Like,
keep going. If you got liquor in you, you better keep moving, bitch. That's literally what I'm like.
So not like that. I'm very much like the club's closed. All right, time to go home. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Like, drive me to my car.
And like, being from Vegas, the bars don't close until 6 in the morning.
Yeah, no,
so like,
I learned that the fucking hard way.
When I moved here and the bars close at 3, not even 3, 2:45. I'm like, damn, like, the fuck we gonna do? It's like that meme where it's like that girl, what is it, Miss Juicy, where she's like, well, what the hell we gonna do now?
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, what is there to do? But like sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of grew out of like wanting to go to like after parties all that time, because when I was originally going out in the very beginning of me moving here, I was like, you know what, like after parties are fun. It's also a way to like network and like be able to know more people, get to meet new people. You might even meet someone that you really vibe with that you can end up being friends with. You know what I mean? And I think that's like some of the perks that you get from like going to after parties. But also, it just seems like sometimes
This
people
has to
just
be like a
don't want to
good
know.
fucking after party. Because
Yeah.
I've been to a few where I'm like, no, that was like a good after party. And I've been to a lot where it's been like, why the fuck
Yeah.
did I waste my time here?
No,
like,
yeah, I feel that.
like I very much agree with you when it comes to the after parties of like, you gotta have at least a bottle. Or
Yeah,
like, because
something.
I don't know about other states, but in the state of Florida, these
stop,
liquor stores
yeah.
close at 2.
They do.
Like,
Just
they
fucking wild.
close and they will not open up until probably noon,
Mhm.
like the next day, even on a Sunday. Like, no, baby.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have a bottle, stock that shit up.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah, they
we're gonna
really
bring
do.
something. Like, it has to be good people too. Good
Yeah.
people, good vibes. Like, I'm not gonna go to a place where I don't like the people or the
Yeah,
vibes.
no.
Like, it's really one way to ruin it.
Very true.
Yeah. And also, if you're just not feeling it, you're not feeling it. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, it's very rare for me. I was actually just thinking, I was like, I haven't been to an after party actually in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to have like a good night out with the girlies and be like, you know what, let's fucking go to an after party. Like, let's do the
Let's do
afters.
it, bitch. Yeah. I actually really do love when like everyone is in agreement to go.
To go to an
Because-
after. Those are the good ones.
Yeah.
Those are the after parties worth mentioning. Like,
Yeah.
I've been to one that was actually happening in St. Pete that we drove out to. You weren't there. I think it
Mhm.
was right when I met you or a little bit before I met you.
Mhm.
And it was a great after party that like
Mhm.
me and my roommate got invited to, and we had a lot of fun. It was just good vibes, like
Yeah.
good people, good vibes. That is one I still remember to this day. The one in downtown I will never forget. Like
That was just a fucking crazy ass.
that was it's some
For
interesting
many reasons.
Yeah,
For many reasons.
that was an interesting one.
Like one of my friends, her fucking tire popped on the fucking curb
Yeah.
because she hit the curb too hard.
that,
Crazy.
that was an interesting one. And then there's just the bust ones where it's like us two, maybe
Yeah.
3 other people, and then 2 other people. It's like, why are we here?
Yeah. And then like it's like me and Kyle looking at each other and we're like,
Like,
we should
let's
go.
bounce.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. You can tell, I think too, like
the vibes.
yeah, a good thing to be able to keep in mind is just like knowing when it is time to go.
Mhm.
Because like, people will try their hardest after the club to persuade you to go to the after party. But once you're there, you really do need to read the room. And if it's not looking like
If it's not the vibe.
promising,
It's not the vibe.
yeah. And if it's just like, say if it's like an after party that's very low key, maybe even a kickback at that point, maybe. But it needs to be good enough to where you're like, okay, they got some music going. Maybe they have an outdoor area where they're able to like enjoy like the backyard or whatever. Maybe some people are dipping in the pool, but it's not a ton of people. But it's still fun. That's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
It's like a
about that.
hangout after party. That's like
Yeah.
that's a cute one.
That's not bad.
That's a good one to like
Yeah.
remember it by.
But there's some where it's like they promise this and that, and it's never delivered.
We got like
Yeah.
multiple bottles, and it's
Yeah.
like one.
It's literally one, and it's like 1/4 full. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why did you even open your mouth? Like,
Yeah.
like I don't get that. You know
Like-
what I mean? But at the end of the day, I have very high expectations just from like Vegas and like partying in Vegas for most of every time
Yeah.
I go out. So I like definitely know what it's like to have everything that you need at the after party and still be vibing till like fucking 5 in the morning.
Right.
But when it comes to like, some smaller cities that they're not like super known for partying. Like, don't get me wrong, Ybor is known for parties, right? People know that you go out there to get drunk. But at the end of the day, it's what happens after you leave which defines the after party, because a lot of times, the ones that are after parties, quote unquote, that are outside of Ybor are usually more docile.
Yeah.
And they're very like relaxed, not very much going on. But like for me, after parties in Vegas, girl, we had options when it came to bottles. You had plenty of mixers, you had Red Bulls, you had
Damn,
of
girl.
course, people who would be rolling up and shit like that, or some of those people who would be doing certain things, and you know what I mean by things. So you just kind of know, like, there's a big difference. I think also too with like location. So like Vegas,
Very
Tampa,
true.
very different.
Like
You know
very
what I
like
mean?
metro cities, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and same thing with like New York. Like I'm going to New York soon. Their shit is fucking crazy. Like not every single one is going to be crazy, but majority of the time it's really fun, and it's also like tons of people, so you just know it's going to be a good time.
Right.
But like certain places just don't give you that, you know what I mean? Like that's one thing that I would like love to like hear people's opinion on, is like people from other cities
Right.
that have experienced
Or
many
like
parties.
shit that we've experienced too. Like I've never really been into after parties like at other cities, but like I don't know if you have or not.
Oh yeah, no, I mean California, like in LA, but that's about it. And the LA ones are fun too. Usually just a lot more people, but then the liquor goes extremely quick because it's like everyone wants a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it does go kind of quick, but it does typically have like the makings of a good after party.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely think there's differences. There's fun things to do. You know, just as a host, maybe make sure that you have the liquor. Make sure that you have music playing. Make sure that you're not giving false promises, trying to get people to get to your after party, because that's just not how you do things. Like, sorry about it, not cute. But yeah, I would say maybe some don'ts. What do you think for some don'ts? Like, I would say maybe, because I guess that's do's and don'ts for.
I think vibes
hosts.
are like
But what about people?
vibes.
Yeah,
Like vibes.
have the vibes.
Like you have to have the vibes. Like especially the host. You
Yeah.
have to have the vibes. You have to have the correct vibes.
You gotta
Like
carry it on.
you have to. You're
Yeah.
the host.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna host people and then expect people to bring their own liquor when everything is closed.
Yes.
And people didn't
Yeah.
bring shit to the after party that we just heard about 10 minutes ago.
Very true.
Like what the fuck are you expecting? Vibes is a really big one for me. Read the room, like you said. Read the room. If you go there and you're like, this ain't for me, leave. Like
Yeah.
this is not a place for me. Or read the room and you're like, damn, like this shit looks fun. Like stay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Like
And try to get out of your shell a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
and-
try not to be so like oh, I don't know these people. Like maybe start a conversation.
Start mingling. That's
Yeah.
how you meet people. Honestly, after parties, I've met a lot of people at
Yeah.
after parties, and they're actually pretty decent, cool people.
Yeah. I agree.
Another thing is you don't have to after party after every club. event.
No, you do not. Yeah.
You do not need to be doing that.
No.
If you need to go home, if you're tired after the club, listen to your body.
Yeah.
Very much do what we talked
There's
about
no
in the
harm in
beginning
that.
of the episode. Put on some fucking TV show that you love. Eat some fucking food and
Oh,
just
yeah.
go to bed. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. There is no need to be having after party after after party after after party. No need.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Those are definitely some do's and don'ts, in my opinion.
Yeah. I would definitely say like that is quite literally most of it. I would say like, you know, be smart, be aware of your surroundings. Obviously don't do or take anything that you don't
You
know
get
what
a
it is.
bad vibe.
Yeah.
Listen to
Yes.
your conscience.
Listen to your conscience, listen to your intuition.
I have been to one after. For example, I went to one after party, and the vibes were not vibing for me. I was drunk, and I was very much like I should not be here.
Okay.
Like I don't really know these people. Our friend Remo was there too. And I left probably within 10 minutes. My friend Kennedy took me to my car, and me and Kennedy literally looked at each other, and we were very much like, we need to leave. Like,
yeah.
other people can stay, and if they don't pick up on that vibe, that's on them. But I was very much like, we should not be here.
Mhm.
Like, not just we, but like I should not be here. And
Yeah.
he was very much following, not in my footsteps, but was very much feeling what I was feeling. Like, I should not be here either.
Yeah.
Like, we're not feeling the energy, we're not feeling the vibes.
Mhm.
We need to go.
Yeah.
Pick up on that intuition that you are definitely experiencing, in my personal opinion. Go home, enjoy your alone time afterwards.
He's like, moral of the story, don't go.
Don't. More of the story, fuck that place. Like,
Yeah. I would say, yeah, it's you definitely have to figure out for yourself if it's the best thing to do.
yeah.
Especially in whatever state you're in, because sometimes I've been so fucked up that I don't even fucking know where the fuck we're going.
Yeah, I've been in
I'm
a
like-
car and I'm like, oh shit, we're going to an after party?
Right, I'm like, what am I
And then you're
doing?
kind of like there,
And
and
you're
it's kind of
like,
like,
fuck.
well, fuck,
Yeah.
if ever I get sober or I drink,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, and sometimes you're like there, you're like, I actually wanted to go home, so
Yeah,
like, now that I'm here,
that's-
how the
that's-
fuck do I get home?
happened to me before, where it's like,
Yeah.
my car's over there, I should have been in my car over there,
Yeah,
like...
why didn't y'all take me to my car over there?
Yeah, like, that's happened to me before, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to ruin the good vibes of other people, but, like, if you're not feeling it, like, let me know, like...
Yeah. Or like sometimes too, it's interesting because I'll hear people being like, "Do you guys want to go home?" And I'm like, "Wait
Yes.
a minute, like."
You
guys-
said the key words.
But the only thing I don't like is when like, okay, I understand if we get there and it's shit and we're like, okay,
But we
should
don't want to
go.
be rude about it.
Yeah, but like also too, I don't want to like just have gotten there and you're just now telling me that you didn't want to come. It's like you could have said this in the car, but like it's okay. We're gonna figure it out and we can go. You know what I mean? But it's like speak up earlier. Earlier the better. Later,
like if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. No one's gonna hate you for it.
No,
like I mean, people are obviously gonna want you to go to the after party, but like if you don't want to go, people are gonna respect that boundary that you put up. Like one of the previous episodes that I talked about, friends respecting boundaries. There's nothing wrong with putting up boundaries. If you don't want to go to an after party, you don't have to go, baby.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
But if you do, you better have a fucking good time.
If you do, you will have a good time. The good times are what you make out of it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like you are the good time, you will match the energy of good times.
Yeah.
Like you go to an after party, you will have fun. But it also really depends on the host too.
Yeah.
Like we just said, don't be a host and blurt out you want to have an after party and you're not gonna apply any alcohol or bottles or anything like that. Like come on now.
Right. Like we want some substance when we're gonna be there. We don't want to just be staring at each other.
I don't know what you were
drinking water
of us to
it's like,
get bottles in the state of Florida when all the liquor stores close at 2 and the clubs close at 3 in the area of Tampa.
Yeah. And even on Sundays they don't start selling liquor until about literally noon. Yeah.
So like I don't I know you want the party to keep going, but please read the room. Please read the room. Please read what you have in stock of your house, because I'm very positive you know what it is.
Oh yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah.
Like if you need to keep your mouth shut, God's telling you a secret. Like, hey baby, like maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely my do's and don'ts of the topic. Like, it's I would say it's common sense, but some people don't really have it, but
but I think as long as you enjoy your time and don't like, I would say, make it a necessary thing for everyone to have to do. If some people aren't trying to, then just go with you and whoever the fuck else wants to go. And if you decide, okay, like fine, I'll go, then like try to make the best of it. And if it really is shit, then just leave. But I mean,
it has to be a group agreement.
Yeah, and like there's so many things that can go good, but also things that can go wrong. So just like being aware of that. Yeah. But
listen to your gut, listen to your intuition.
Yeah.
You're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But honestly, I feel like that kind of reflects on the individual too. Like if your friends are feeling it and you are not, totally fine. Why don't you get yourself your own Uber?
Yeah.
I see it as like you put yourself in your own situation, you kind of have to dig yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're not wanting to go to the after party and other people are, we have no problems dropping you off at your car, baby.
Yeah. But I would say one absolute do, and this is going to be my last thing on the matter, because I feel like we definitely, hit like a majority of things, is always say thank you to the host, because you never know if they were just at least inviting you to like have to let you have a good night, but also to possibly make their night good as well.
Keep the vibes going.
Yeah, don't be a buzzkill and be like, this was fucking shit, like don't ever do this again.
Right.
Like don't say that to
them. You're not trying to be like that bitch that like no one wants to talk to.
Yeah, no. Like, I would say just like be respectful, but also be like, like thanks so much, like let me know next time, and then you can make your way out. Or even a text message later after you left is fine. Like, but just, because it's like you don't want to be known as that person that like wants to be invited to things, especially an after party.
Because you have to be.
Yeah, and then you act like an asshole. Like,
it's not cute.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not. That's ugly.
And all our friends know better than that. So, like, that's something that's just very, like, let's just be smart about it, But I think that covers everything for the after parties. If we feel like we missed out on talking about certain things or whatnot, we'll make a whole nother part 2 to this. Just with like every other podcast episode we have, because there's some times where we're like we just want to like cover more about it, but we definitely hope that you guys enjoyed. I myself might be going to a few after parties, going to New York to see Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan for the Sweat Tour this weekend.
I'm excited for you.
So I hope you guys...
I will be living vicariously through you and probably FaceTime.
I was gonna say, I'm so excited, and also I already know.
We're in the same time zone, so I'm expecting the FaceTime call.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, bitch, look at this. You better answer. You better fucking look. It's fucking China, bitch. She took my phone. Right, Jay took it.
I will literally screen record.
I will literally cry, like, bitch. I'm so excited. But also, I have some great friends in New York, so I already know I'm going to be going to some great after parties. So this was such a perfect little episode to have, because I'm like, the after parties are going to be after partying.
New York is a place for it.
Yes, and there's a chance that I'm going to be partying with Amanda Lepore this weekend, because my friend
Charlie
is super
probably,
close.
honestly.
I would fucking hope, but I also don't know. We'll see. You never know.
That girl's a party.
New York's small, and not small, but it's small enough to be like, you hear the word, oh yeah, you'll be there. Yeah. And my friend Mark knows so many fucking people, especially a lot of like celebrities. So I'm like, we're gonna be going places. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
Yes, you know, I'll be filling you in. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys are returning guests, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Mwah. And for those who are new, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. And tune in for the next episodes of The Gay Agenda because we talk about everything gay. Like everything gay as whatever topic possible that relates to the gay community, we cover it. But again, we're going to plug our socials. My Instagram and my TikTok are at Jaime_music_, which is right here. And then if you want to listen to my music and watch my music videos, you can on SoundCloud and YouTube at official Jaime Music. And Kyle?
Mine is my first and last name, KYLEBROYLES, Kyle Broyles, right here, just on my Instagram.
Yeah,
I have a Snapchat, please don't add it, that's weird. But
he's like, I won't tell you, but it might be the same.
I won't tell you, but it might be the same.
I'm dead. Yeah. But it's all good. So we hope you guys enjoyed and tune in for episode 18 of The Gay Agenda. We're getting closer and closer to the season finale, but trust me, when the new season comes along, we're gonna have some upgrades, baby.
Yes.
All right, but we love you guys so much, and we'll see you guys all in the next episode of The Gay Agenda. All right, bye, babies. Mwah.